got a crazy story time. I said crazy. Look, this is a story time that like goes for very far back in my childhood, and it's kind of insane. And like the way you're not gonna guess what the direction I'm gonna go, but let's get straight to it. So look, now let's play some introduction music. All right, that's enough. That's enough. So look though, look. This story time takes place in elementary. Elementary is a time where it's interesting, man. You start learning, life. You start figuring out things. And this story takes place in a backyard, like building something and really being a kid. And look, so I don't know what year it is. So during this time, I think this is when Donald Trump was getting on the scene, right? He was getting on politics and things of that nature, right? And I had a friend, he's white. And I don't know why during that time I thought black people was gonna get kicked out of the USA. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was thinking crazy stuff, and like I would be talking to him, and like he would be scared and thinking that like all his black friends was gonna get booted out the neighborhood. And it's like that thinking. We was like, I don't know why we thought that, but with that plan, we said, okay, since Donald Trump is trying to get us, let's build a fort. And that's exactly what we did. So every day we came up with a plan. We came up with a plan. We came up with a plan. And we was in behind a building, abandoned house. And we started getting little woods. We tried to get like little logs, things of that nature. But we never really succeeded because we not no builders. We was trash. Nope, wrong sound. Wrong sound. We were sorry. We tried so many times, man, with the building. It just never worked. But we had great intentions. Our intentions was to not get kicked out the USA. And yo, that was literally the plan. Like, yo, why my background so loud? So yeah, the whole plan was okay. If they try to kick all the black people out their neighborhood, we're gonna hide in this fort. And that is crazy because look, at the time you think about it, it's just this little white kid that just really didn't know nothing. He didn't know. We both was little, but I'm feeding his head, telling him that like I think black people was gonna get like segregated again. Yeah, and he believed us. He believed me because I was his friend, and he was like, okay, you my friend. We're not gonna let that happen. And he was a great guy at the time. I don't know. Hey, we moved away now, I know, but yeah. So that's when we started doing the building. We started building stuff and stuff like that, but we never succeeded. Like we gave up eventually, and it was like, dang. Hopefully, we don't get segregated. And yeah, that's literally who I was. And it's crazy when I look back at it. Like we were just so like naive and so like young. Like we really thought we was doing something. Our parents never knew like we was doing building this little forest, not like a little fort, little shed. That's what was the thing why. Cause I thought eventually that like we was gonna get booted. I don't know why. I thought that. I do not know why. And it's since you're speaking on that another time from me living on that house, I tell a story about how a bully almost ran into my house. Yeah. Yeah. So look, it was this one particular time. We playing bike tag, right? Everybody know bike tag. It get crazy. Cause when you're tagging somebody in a bike, you could fall off, you could push somebody, they could scrape their leg, they could really hurt themselves. And this time we playing bike tag, and we're playing with somebody that's older. He got badges, he got the strength badge and all that. So like this time I gotta perform. So I pushed him a little too hard this day. I did, and he didn't like it, and he said, "Okay, you do that one more time, it's gonna be problems." Or wrong sound, wrong sound. It's gonna be problems. And With me hearing that, I I I I, I didn't respect it. Hold on. I didn't respect it, and I'm like, okay, is he really finna hit me? Can't be, can't possibly be, can't possibly be. But guess what? I was mistaken. So look, I hit him. I smacked him. No, I even smacked him. I threw some at him. Boom. He started running after me, and I'm like, whoa, chill. But this wasn't a regular run. This run had ill intent, and like I felt like he was like speed blitzing. Like I felt like like I had a gap, but he just kept getting close and close and closer. And I ran inside the house. And this is the time when mom said you in and out. And I went in, but I wanted to go out. And she like, you going back in. If you go out, you definitely not coming back in. I'm like, well, mom, he trying to hit me. Who trying to hit you? I don't care about none of that. Push me back outside. So I'm all right. There's no way this boy's gonna hit me. So this time, he just chatting, he mad, he cussing, da. Boy, I'm finna do this way, da. X, Y, and Z. I can't remember. But I since snow, I ran this out again. And this time I told my mom, hey, this dude is trying to hurt me. He's trying to kill me. It's getting pretty bad. And she was like, nah. Who? She stepped outside, analyzed the situation. Go get your mama. Yeah, it was one of those. And obviously his mama was not on that. But she came to there and was like, yeah, he would no longer be able to play with my son if he's gonna hit him. Try to hit him. Because mind you, this dude was like 5. He was like 3 years older than me. Like I was in middle school. He was like almost pushing like middle school. No, he was in middle school already, and I was in elementary. And he looked at mad big. He was big for his age. So yeah, it was a lot of that going on. And my mom was not going for none of that. So yeah. So yeah, that was a calm one. I had a time where like me and my cousin was playing 1-on-1, and it got so intense that like we started hitting each other with poles. And you probably like how? How did it escalate to that? But look, listen, when I was younger, basketball was very serious. Like we were trying to get in the league. We were trying to be KD, LeBron. Me and my cousins and my homeboys and you feel me? It wasn't a game to us. So like when I lost a game, I would get very emotional and cry. And also angry. So I wanted to put my hands on you. So yeah, it was one of those. So he beat me, or I don't know if I beat him. I just know we had sticks or poles. And we started hitting each other with it. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. We hitting each other. We're crying with tears. But then my family, they go outside. Hey, what y'all doing? You just see us. They stopped it. They was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are crazy. And then yeah, we stopped. But we was crying and they stopped us from playing basketball for the rest of the day. But yeah, it's crazy when I think about it, like we would hit each other with poles over a basketball game. Yeah, that's just a little story time. Another one, this is like a horror film. I got another story time where like I was in the restroom and they got wild. So look, when in middle school, there offers a time where a lot of the special needs disabled children will go to the bathroom, their bathroom time, and like they will have no supervision. I don't know why in my school. So there was a particular time where I'm using the bathroom, the urinal, man, handle my business, little pee, getting it done. I had to use the bathroom. Somebody walks in, you know, it was one of the special needs kids. Okay, not thinking of it. He's a regular guy, just like me, but sits right next to me. At all the space, we had mad urinals in the bathroom in middle school. In the central, it was a good amount of space in the big bathroom. So I'm like, okay, he obviously is not right in the head because he sat right next to me. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna mind my business. But this time, it was a little odd because when I'm next to him, I noticed he pulls his pants all the way down. And you wondering, how did I notice? I just know I saw khaki shorts on the floor, and I wasn't looking at him at all. It's just from your vision. You just like, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, okay, let me mind my business. But while I get done and walk into the what's I'm gonna call it? Why am I can't think? the sink. He turns around too, but he didn't pull his pants up, so he pulled around his pieces out. At this time, I'm like, okay, his special needs. I'm gonna like not let him rock, but I'm gonna give him grace, and I'm gonna just wash my hands and hurry get out of here. But mind you, while I'm rushing my hands, he started walking towards me. I can't make this up. And it's like I tried to run. Cause look, this the thing. Once he started walking close to me, I realized there was a problem at hand. And I had to get out of the vicinity. So I'm like, yo, I'm yelling, yo, all right, yo, what are you doing? I'm like actually getting scared. It's like one thing is like you never expect somebody naked to chase after you. That's one of the scariest sights of all time. I don't wish that on nobody. And definitely by somebody that's not like, mentally all the way there. Because you don't know what they're gonna do. They could grab you up, they could stab you in your eyes with their fingers. You don't know. Like unpredictable. So yeah, it's one of them cases. And it was like I end up getting out of the way and like heading to the exit. And then he'll still follow me, and I instantly went to go to tell the teacher. I was like, "Yo, y'all go get him. Why are y'all not in the bathroom with him?" And I was like, "Wow, I'm traumatized." So yeah, that story, that was middle school. That was like 7th grade, 6th grade, and it's like that happened to me multiple times. Though that sounds crazy, but yes, it did. Like they didn't get nothing to me, but it was a lot of times where I'm talking about jaws, all that, straight to the ankles while using the urinal. And turning around and still talking to people while they done peeing. And I'm like, yo, pull your pants up. You're wilding. But, we listen and we don't judge, right? Yeah, so there's a lot of that going on. But I got another story time. Like, this was the craziest time. I basically had Diddy in my middle school. And you probably wondering how. Look, it was this dude at this time. He was a little advanced for his age. He was already doing sexual acts at the age of, 11, 12. What grade are you in 6th grade? Just whatever. He was doing it already. And this time he didn't look like a kid. Like, it's always that dude in middle school that was built like a grown man already. So like with that being said, I guess he had advanced private part. And you probably saying, yo, what are you talking about? I don't really know. But he would go around trying to show people his meat. And he would say that it's big. But while I heard that, I would tell my friends if he ever tried to do that to me, oh yeah, it's raps. The meanest chokehold. I'm not look like that. It's weird, and a lot of people thought it was funny, but at the time, that's not okay. You're forcing people that don't want to see your piece. You're showing them without their consent. Like I'm talking about, like you could be chilling, and then he would say, "Yo, look, you need to see his meat just swinging." And this is all like what people telling me. This didn't happen to me. No, he tried to, but I didn't look. Like he tried. I don't know. He tried so many times for me to look, and we was trying to fight. Cause like, yo, what are you doing? I am not gay. I'm not. So yeah, um, he did that often a lot of times. To me, that was very strange behavior, and like he would often, be a lot of touchy though. Cause mind you, at this time, he was mad strong. He was strong, so like he would definitely try to like emasculate certain dudes, and it's like, yo, what is your end goal? And yeah, he would definitely grab a dude, try to, when you're in middle school, people do the, nut tap, all that stuff. But he would take it to a different level. Like I'm talking about, he would try to squeeze your butt cheeks, get you closer, and do some stuff. And this is off stuff I saw. But then everybody thought it was funny. To me, that was not funny because you're not doing that to me unless you want to get switched up on you. And I don't know how I'm gonna get a switch, but I will do it. Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot going on in my middle school. I got mad stories on stories that was going on, and it's just like, yo, it really was a simulation. Like I had a time too where low key, like I got leaked like Team Bakes in middle school. And look, let me know if y'all want a story time on that. Hey, that's a little extreme, but I'll show y'all because guess what? It's just content. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna end this right now. So these are just story times right now, little glimpses of story times. But let me know if y'all want to see more in the future. Yeah, rock on, kids.